And now, for your delectation, Books Unplugged would like to present a series of unfortunate events. Book 3, The Wide Window.
Upset here now, Books Unplugged. Books Unplugged. Adaptation for your delectation now, Books Unplugged. Here with Ed and Dan. Books Unplugged. Page to screen and in between. Books Unplugged. Which would you destroy?
Hello, and welcome to Books Unplugged. I'm Dan.
I'm Alice.
And today we're going to be talking about Lemony Snicket's series of unfortunate events.
Book 3.
Book 3, The Wide Window. Now, in the series of unfortunate events, books, it is about the Baudelaire children whose parents have died or mysteriously disappeared in a fire. And the children are being chased by Count Olaf, who constantly puts on disguises, right?
He's a very bad guardian or something.
yeah, and he wants the Baudelaire fortune. So in The Wide Window,
he's a pirate.
Yeah, he disguises himself as a pirate, and the Baudelaire children are going to live with Aunt Josephine,
who lives on the edge of a cliff over like Lake Lacrimoche.
So let's get into it and get going.
Books Unplugged. Adaptation for your delectation now.
So now we're gonna do our major loves and our major hates about the book and the Netflix series. So Alice, what is your major love?
My major love is they work with each other and there aren't going to be a lot of happy parts. And so I wondered, if there's not going to be a lot of happy parts, is it going to make me more pulled into the series and watch the rest of the series? Or is it just going to make me like, I don't like this anymore. I'll switch to a different TV show.
Alright. So, my major love was in the book and the movie. It was the same thing. It was the use of the vocabulary. How they introduced new words. And then Lemony Snicket, as the author, narrator, would be like, here's this word. But then they'd find a clever way of describing it.
Yeah.
About, like, giving the definition. And this is a speed round. Speed round, Alice.
Ooh, speed round.
We're just going to go back.
It sounds
We're going to put 60 seconds on the clock. And in 60 seconds, we're going to just rattle off our minor loves and hates.
Interesting. Okay? Very interesting.
All right.
Well, my first love, is Count Olaf has a peg leg.
Aunt Josephine is introduced by being afraid of everything. She's afraid of her doorknobs. She's afraid of the stove. She's afraid of everything. I love that how they introduced her was being afraid of everything.
But they find out in the earlier days that she was afraid of nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Nothing.
All right, what you got to love? Another major love or hate?
Yep. They all have different personalities. Sunny.
Oh, the kids? The Baudelaires?
What?
I hate that the Baudelaire children constantly get along. They're always getting along. They never fight. They never bicker. That's just not real siblings.
Well,
I mean, I fought with my sisters. Don't you fight with your brother?
And get grounded.
Yeah. But these three kids, out of all the terrible things that happen to them, they never fight with each other.
But there's an excuse for that, Dad.
Yeah.
So, they always want to stay positive with themselves because all this series of unfortunate events are very bad, and they don't want to keep that away from them. They just want to make through this whole series as a nice life.
So all the bad stuff that's happening to them kind of brings them together.
Don't bite your toes. Like you say, what's it in the book?
Count Olaf rowing his boat into town. Was that in the book? It was in the beginning of the...
Yeah.
Right.
No,
He was not.
I meant yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, I don't think so. I think you were saying, yeah. No. In the book, Count Olaf is not even introduced until a good chunk of the way.
Oh, I have a good what was it in the book? Did Larry the waiter know Aunt Josephine?
Oh, that's a good one. No, that wasn't in the book. He wasn't there. He wasn't there at all. That was all new. Alice. Wasn't in the book. In this episode, they're flying. They're in the plane. The parents are flying and stuff.
No.
No, it is not. You are correct.
And it also wasn't in the book either. They didn't even mention an airplane. All they said was their parents died in a terrible, unknowable fire.
Yeah, there's this new subplot that they are using in the episodes,
and
which I think is good.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. Okay, let's go on to the next. Was it in the book when Mr. Poe and the children meet Captain Sham for brunch?
Breakfast and lunch, if you don't know what that means.
Right. So was that in the book?
Yes. Because I
Yes, it
remember
was.
them saying, "Hi, I'm your waiter."
Right.
But in the
Oh, it was
TV
like
show-
it was.
Hi, I'm Larry the waiter.
Well, I remembered the where the waiter was like, "Oh, this is a sad occasion. Well, you should get like the sad pancakes or something."
No, the cheer up cheeseburger.
Right. Yeah.
What were they thinking?
What were they thinking? Where we take a scene from the movie, and we're going to show you a picture of it, and we are going to read from the book to illustrate what were they thinking. What scene are we going to read from, Alice?
Aunt Josephine.
Yes, where they discover what?
Aunt Josephine. She's not a good guardian, but you would think that, hey, she looks like a very good guardian and stuff, but
so let's hold
Nope.
up. Let's hold up
the picture.
the picture. This is the scene that we're talking about. Can you? Let's see. Oh! Slowly. There you go. So they are in the cave, and we got We've got Josephine, Carl, and Klaus, and the baby. Well, that was another thing I loved. Is I like how they included the baby a lot more in the movie, in the TV show.
Because not a lot of TV shows
Yeah.
just like they have a baby in it, but they just don't show it
All right.
because
So-
they might be thinking that's too much work for a baby.
All right. So now I'm going to read. Why don't you hold that up, and I'm going to read it. Try to keep it steady as you can. All right. You don't have to be so close. Okay. The Baudelaires looked at one another in sadness and anger. They understood. They understood that Aunt Josephine was more concerned with grammatical mistakes than with saving the lives of the three children. They understood that was so warped up in her own fears that she had not given one thought to what might have happened to them. They understood that Aunt Josephine had been a terrible guardian and leaving the children all by themselves in great danger. They understood and they wished more than ever that their parents, who never would have run away from them and left them alone, had not been killed in that terrible fire which had begun all the misfortune in the Baudelaire lives. That's what they were thinking.
Yep.
Our next segment called Our Favorite Part
Barbie's also
of
called
the
Barbie
the
doll.
Barbie doll.
The Barbie
The
doll. So my favorite bits, my favorite tiny bits of the episodes were when she gives them the presents. Just when they give them the presents.
Oh
Because-
yeah, that was a good.
Because
They're like, oh, she's not gonna be that bad of a guardian.
she gives us presents. And that's really nice because we're having a series of unfortunate events. Barbie. So, what was your favorite bit part of the book, movie, or both?
My favorite part of the book and movie was how they used Lemony Snicket, or turned him into a character in the episode. You know, something would be going on, and the camera would move, and then Lemony Snicket's there. And he's like, "The Baudelaires didn't know that, Aunt Josephine, blah blah blah," and stuff.
Tricked them.
Right. And it's kind of the same in the book too. How he talks, and that was part of my love. But it was always exciting when in the episode is Pan, and so that was my favorite. That was my favorite. So it's a bunch of parts, but I like the Lemony Snicket character.
Like 10,001.
Which would you
10,001
destroy?
part.
Hey Alice. So we're here now at our final segment, which if this was Ed sitting here, it would be called "Which Would We Destroy?"
Oh,
The book or the Netflix episode. But we're not going to do that.
or movie.
Or movie. Let's talk about what was your favorite. Was it the book or the episode, Netflix episode?
Episode.
Yeah?
I would say episode because how did they make up all of those equipment? Was it just a big cardboard box?
Yeah.
Was it photoshopped?
So you like the look of the episode and the performers?
Yes, I actually really did.
I enjoyed reading the book as well. Even as an adult, I found it really interesting and funny.
Would you recommend it to maybe older people? Like maybe like 50?
I'd probably recommend it to someone who had some kids, and if they were like, I'm looking for a book for my kids to read or something, I'd be like, yeah, check this out, because you could read it too and enjoy talking to them about what happens.
Oh.
But like you, I also like the Netflix series. I also like how they expanded and created this mystery to solve about the Baudelaire parents. I thought that was really cool. So I'm excited about that. Oh yeah, we didn't really mention why we were doing this Books Unplugged with you. Yeah, we're stuck in the quarantine.
So I'm basically replacing Ed.
Yeah, she's
Just with my own YouTube
yeah.
channel.
So we picked a new a kid friendly book.
Okay. I'm Alice.
I'm Dan.
I'm Henry. I'm Alice.
I'm Dan.
I'm Henry. That's the camera person, Henry. Okay. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching.
Ed and Dan would like to thank you for joining them on Books Unplugged, page to screen and all that's in between. If you like the vibe, please like and subscribe.
He's right there. He's right. Drugs the mother, drugs the daughter, drugs himself.
Dabba-doo-babba-doo-ba.